clothes were warm.
Mine I do.
Yeah, I don't have anything sitting in the fridge.
Me neither.
Hey y'all, it's Nikki.
Hey now, it's Stacey.
It's Carrie.
Hey, it's me,
What's up, y'all? This your girl Erica, and we are not.
the girl next door.
Ooh, don't try again. And we are not.
The girl next door.
Oh, all right.
They might be across the street today.
So how is everybody doing today?
One second, I'll be out the door.
This is our first official show of the new year, 2022. How y'all feeling?
Good.
Great.
I'm feeling good, but I just had a rough start to the day, but we alright. I made it.
Yes, you did on time.
On time. A little bit.
I'm hungry.
Yeah, I'm always late, so it don't. Always.
Let's kick it out.
All right, well, I'm glad to be here with y'all today. Glad to be gracing y'all with our presence, you know what I'm saying? And shout out to all the people who, come back every week to listen to us.
Yes,
Thank
thank you.
You know what I'm saying?
Real BP.
So we're going to go ahead and get it kicked off. This week's episode is called It's Given Keep Your Hands to Yourself.
Yes, please.
All right, and you know how we do. We always start off each and every episode with a current event, what's popping around the BuzzFeed and on social media, what is going on in social media and whatnot. So Nikki is our current event concierge. So Nikki's going to tell us what we got going on this week.
All right, so this week we have, because women and men, let us throw that out there, that both of us do not know how to keep our hands to ourselves. So this week, what would we call her? Influencer. A rapper's baby mama.
IG model.
IG model. Something. We don't know. But anyway, so basically, Ari Fletcher went on live to talk about a interview that she had did maybe like a month or so prior to that. Basically, the interview was about her saying that if her man don't chase after her with a gun or be aggressive to her to stop her from leaving, then it ain't he don't love her and things like that. Mm-hmm. So basically, Drea had said the same thing prior to that. So I guess somebody brought it up to Ari. She went live and basically just went and said she don't care if people got beat up or domestic violence. She don't care about domestic violence victims, and she just literally just don't give a fuck.
Right.
So of course everybody took offense to that. It's, we know, cancel culture, but either way, it's a serious topic. She's also an ambassador for Rihanna's Fenty line. And we all know the story behind Rihanna and Chris Brown. So Rihanna dropped her from being an ambassador. So now she ain't getting that part of the bag anymore.
Fumbled that bag.
Fumbled that, but she's still getting money bags. Money bags.
So wait. So just make sure, because I didn't do the assignment. Erica was right. I wasn't going to do it. I didn't do the assignment. So, okay. So she feels like if she's not getting beat on or like
She was
cussed
like-
out or is that what it
She
is?
was like, she likes when her man will like say they in an argument and she trying to leave. She want him to take his gun out and be like, you ain't going nowhere.
Yeah.
And she was like, I'm gonna just sit down.
Basically, she feels like if her life is not threatened, that they don't love her.
Yeah, that they don't love her.
That bitch stupid.
So when Drea said it, Drea thing was
She was talking about Tory Lanez.
yeah, she said Tory Lanez and Megan Thee Stallion have a Bobby and Whitney type of love. And I was just like,
And she was like, I'm here for it.
I'm
Yeah,
here
she
for
said
it.
She's
Like,
here for it, and she wants the dude to pull out a gun and shoot her in her feet if she try to leave.
Yeah.
Like,
No.
these
No.
bitches are all crazy.
Yeah,
They're
like-
all damaged.
I do, like, y'all really-
make that shit make
Do
sense.
you really think that they like this? This is why I don't follow stuff like that. This is why I always don't know the current event, because in my mind that just it's just like their way of being irrelevant for that time being while the subject is out. Like, do you really think that she really feel that way? Like,
Yes.
Yeah, I was
y'all
that was all for
really, y'all
attention.
think like you
She
really
was
think
just
she feel
talking
that way?
junk.
Yes, I do.
I
You do?
I do. She.
The funny part is that her baby daddy she got her baby daddy locked up for putting his hands on her.
Yeah,
So that's what
you
you
heard
heard.
about.
But that's like some like backwards ass shit. You want the shit, but then you get the nigga locked up. Like, what type of
So
shit is
did
that?
she get him locked up, or did the state or
Somebody
county?
might have called the police.
Right, you know what I'm saying?
that was dead.
Because I was reading up on what had happened previously with that, because I actually didn't know it until we started talking about this. And the articles that I read was just basically like they had gotten a fight. He had left. The fight got slightly physical. It
Right.
wasn't a lot. The police came and he was already gone. He took their child and left. When he came back, the police locked him up because, you know, in some states and counties, they will take it upon themselves to press the charges.
Yeah.
You don't have to as the victim anymore.
Yeah.
And because, you know, a lot of victims weren't pressing charges. So, but they said that all she had was a couple scratches. And I'm not downplaying it because if you touch me, you touch me. But I don't know so much of getting beat up. You know what I mean?
Where's the thrill of knowing that how am I trying to phrase this? Like the thrill of him saying and him the aggression and
Yeah.
like verbalizing
Right.
it, not necessarily with the follow through.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But yeah, but I listened to the live and the live was y'all wild because like people was in the chat, you know how we do when she reading it, and people like, well, when I was the victim and you know my ex did this to me, she's like, we do not care. We do not care. And I was like, what?
Yeah.
It was very insensitive. Like,
Find somebody that cares about you because we do not care. I do not give a fuck. Like
Yeah.
she was going like really going in.
and that's what ultimately got her ass dropped from
Right.
Savage Fenty because you a whole influencer, man.
Mhm.
Like you can't tell. Like clearly they logged onto your live because they fuck with you, and they're basically telling you, you know, what you said was y'all like out of pocket. It was triggering. Like people were out here really suffering, and you think it's cute, and now you carrying your fans. Like
Yeah.
Shawty moving crazy. And then Lisa Ray came out, you know, just a couple of days ago, and was like basically went on Ari too. She was like, she gotta grow up. You know what I'm saying? She was like, that's the difference between an influencer and a celebrity. You know what I'm saying? Influencer, you know, they not on the celebrity level because they don't realize what their impact is on who they influence, which is crazy because I feel like that's the definition of an influencer. Like you can know your impact.
Yeah.
But yeah, the whole shit, wow. I wonder if she ever gonna address that, go live about that like she did.
The other stuff.
Yeah.
Maybe shout about that like Lisa.
No, she's not gonna go live about that because she did.
She gonna go live about Rihanna or
she
Lisa.
did go live after that, and she said that she was laughing. Everything was hilarious. That's what she had said. So that was her reaction to everything. I just feel like she got a lot of growing up to do.
Yeah.
How old is this girl?
I think about maybe 25, something like that.
She young.
Yeah, she young.
Yeah, she's young.
I don't see myself saying no dumb shit up like that.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, I'm definitely not excusing it. I'm just saying she got room to grow.
Yeah.
It's not an excuse. I wouldn't have said that shit at 25 either, but
Yeah.
you got room to grow. You can grow up.
Chasing me with the gun.
You want to tell me to sit
At
down?
25, I was chasing somebody else with a gun.
And I'm gonna sit down because I got a son. I'm gonna sit down. All right. Well, that was our current event. We're gonna move along into, you know, how our current events always, segue into the topic and discussion for the day. So we're going to start off. Stacey's going to tell us basically what the fuck is really domestic violence and explain what it is. We can back you up because we know you don't have your phone.
I don't have all my notes in my phone. I'm sorry, guys.
We're going to educate and bring awareness tonight, though.
It's mental. It's mental, verbal, physical. It's a lot. It's damn, I need my phone. I wrote everything in my phone, y'all. I'm so sorry.
Just read it, Kanisha.
I'm trying to get to it.
It's in my phone, y'all.
I swear.
And I don't have my phone. I'm sorry.
Miss two phones. How do you put the other phone in?
iPad died.
Well, she can't see. She had a procedure on her eyes.
Oh yeah,
today.
and I can't see, so.
Well, why the fuck you ain't say that in the check-in, bitch? I didn't know you had surgery today. What happened?
My eye, what was it, LASIK surgery on my left eye?
Listen, when I say how y'all bitches doing, and we say we are not the girl that's some shit you should. Well, ladies that just had surgery.
Well,
It
wasn't that it wasn't that important to me at the time. I mean, 'cause I can see y'all a little bit, like it's a blur.
Is it like blurry?
Yeah.
Okay.
Like,
blurry.
so it's really, really, really blurry.
So even if you had your phone, you'd be no more good.
Yeah.
Oh,
I
alright.
wouldn't be able to read it.
Well, I'll be down.
So Nee held it down with the Google search.
Thank you,
know
Nee.
Google is free.
Thank you.
So domestic violence, violent or aggressive behavior within the home, typically involving the violent abuse of a spouse or a partner. And how Stacey was saying, it does not just have to be physical. There is mental abuse. There is verbal abuse. There's emotional abuse. There's all types of ways you can really hurt somebody.
Yeah.
So yeah. Does anybody have?
I apologize.
Why we all holding the lighter like for real?
No, I was like, because I definitely thought it was me.
It wasn't me this time. Well, I'm sorry.
Okay.
All right, so ladies, let's get on filter with it. Like, has anybody here ever like witnessed or experienced or been the cause? Because this is not a one-sided thing, ladies and gentlemen. That should go both ways. It's men out here tripping and this woman out here tripping. So does anybody want to share?
I will. So verbally, as a growing up, from family members, I was verbally abused a lot, and people look at me and say, "But you, Stacey, you worry, you all this," but that's at the end of the day, that shit don't mean nothing. Who you are, who people think you are. I was bullied in high school. I hated high school with everything in me. And people's like, but you can fight and you can. So what? The verbal abuse was real. And every day I would come home and my mom would say, you better smack somebody and let them know that, you're not to be talked about or played with. But moving to a different city where you don't know nobody, coming from a city where you know everybody and everybody knows you and knows your family, is different. So that was hard on me. And I used to come home and I used to come home every day crying. So that was like from the school part. Then I had family members who would tell me like that I wasn't cute and I was this and I was that, and it took a toll on me, and it really hurt me to the point that sometimes when I was younger, I used to think like, well maybe I'm not this, and maybe maybe this and maybe that, and it took me to like literally I'm like 20s to realize that, hey, I'm beautiful and I'm me and I'm this and I'm that. And like people just don't really understand, like what you see is not really what you get. On the outside, I look like, oh, I got my stuff together and I'm like just whatever. But down, I hurt too. People see me as a strong person and don't realize that I'm hurt on the inside. I just don't show it because I don't tell a lot of my business, or I don't show a lot of stuff. But it's been plenty of times I've cried myself to sleep because of the words that people say to me and things like that. And I've just learned to just not react to it in a way that people expect me to react, which is physical. Because that's not good either. I've witnessed the abuse, and yeah, I've witnessed it, and all I can say is wow, and wow.
Okay. Anybody
It was
else?
like the wow.
Right.
Like wow.
So I have both. I would say, far as domestic violence is concerned. I remember. I think I was about 20, like in my early 20s. I met this guy. He seemed real cool. We went to like a comedy show and we were talking, and I'm looking at him like I'm looking at Kanisha, and he was like, "Who you looking at behind me?" I should have known right then. I should have left that nigga alone.
That's right. That's right.
But I didn't. I
That's
kept
fine, y'all.
he had money and he was spending it, so I was rolling with it. I need my rent paid and everything. Like, so he was looking out, and you know, everything was cool, but like it was more so verbal abuse. But then every now and again he'll push me or something like that, and like I stayed with him until I got on my feet all the way, because it was like, okay, I need his money, I need him to pay my rent. And we would go, and this is at one point me and Danielle was living together, and I was like, well, I need help with the rent, and then we'll go to the liquor store so he can get the money, and he'd be like, well, how much do you need help? I'm like, I need all of it. He's like, bitch, you know, like hit me or something like that, but I just took it because I need that rent money, you know, so, you know, it was just crazy. So I just had to leave him alone. Like, I was waiting to get on my feet, like, you know, I just needed one more check to like seal me in a deal, and after that I left him alone. But it was crazy. And we met back up years later, and his name on Instagram has the nerve to be bipolar something. I'm not going to say bipolar something. And I'm like, you still crazy. You know, like, what's going on? But like he has so much like money and all that stuff. So one time, him, Danielle, and I had went out to the harbor. This is still like in our early 20s. And I told her he needed to go home. He put a gun to her head. And guess what? She said, it's okay. She wanted the weed and money. It's okay, Shay. It's okay. No, yes.
I'm sorry.
It was crazy. And then like he would pay her to get back to me. And she was like, I'm sorry I did it, but you know, this nigga looking out. But so like he was really like still in my life, because people was like, well, he gave me $500 to get to you. I had to take it. Like, you can leave. I just need, you know. So it was crazy.
That's a lot.
Yeah, it was a lot.
They reaped the benefits,
They-
but you were the one that was suffering.
Right,
Right.
right, exactly. And then, far as myself, I think from that situation, now I want to beat on niggas, you know, like
Just gotcha.
So, you know, I do. I feel like if I'm in a relationship or if I'm messing with somebody and I can't get through to them like I need to, then I do become physical. My boyfriend, I hit him with a lamp because I don't even remember, but I picked the lamp up and I don't know, like. I
You blacked out?
About to give them all types of.
Don't get no ideas and stuff out of it.
We are not promoting.
It's giving, keep your hands to yourself, Shay.
Shay's learning this right now.
Yeah, I'm learning.
So,
Anybody else got a little personal testimony to DD?
So I'll go. I've been on the receiving end, and mine was actually pretty young. And when I say young, I mean like middle school young. So my very first boyfriend in middle school, because I came from Maryland, and then we got down here to Virginia. My very first boyfriend, when I was in middle school, like used to like beat my ass.
In middle school?
When you say beat, you mean like physical
yeah.
punch?
Yeah, like I would have like bruises like on my arms or whatever. I remember one time I had a black eye, and actually one of his cousins actually like squared up with him because, you know, like he hit me or whatever. So, one time me and my best friend, we were in the car with her brother's friend, and we went to McDonald's. The brother's friend picked us up, and we went to McDonald's. So I'm in the passenger side seat, my best friend is in the back, but it's a guy driving. So we pull up. My boyfriend at the time, he was working at McDonald's, and he came to the drive-thru. He saw us in the car. He took a cup of soda, filled it all the way up. One of them with the super size, filled it all the way up, and walked outside and came and threw that shit in the window across the seat from the guy, all on me. So I was just like covered in like orange soda. So mind you, how the hell I'm going home like that?
Right.
How the hell I'm going home like that? Luckily, my grandmother was asleep I had snuck out any goddamn way because it was like 11:30. But I had snuck out. But yeah, all the time, like he would push me, he would hit me, he would throw stuff at me. Like he was like,
But you just hid it from your grandma?
yeah. He was like really like I hid it from everybody because if my uncle and them would have known that, my uncle was actually his football coach. Like my uncle and them would have known that, like they probably would have killed him. But you're in love, you're young, you're in love, you don't know no better, and not saying that I grew up seeing it, but I did. My mom was very aggressive to the men that she dated. I was always taught if you can't take him, then you pick up the heaviest thing near you and you throw it at him. But I've seen my mom fight men, like her boyfriends or whatever. So
It just didn't seem too abnormal to you when it was happening.
Yeah. But I mean,
I was what it's supposed to look like.
Yeah, I was super young. And then in my adulthood, now he wouldn't it wasn't like we would get into like an argument and he would hit me. Although he did throw a damn Snapple bottle at me from across the room and that bitch hit the wall and like exploded. But he when we would have sex or I would deny him sex, like I remember one night he had choked me. So I was in my 20s at that point and like, he had choked me, so I had like his handprints around my throat. He smacked me so hard that I had a bruise on my face because I know I'm like hella damn light skinned and shit, and I bruise like really easy. So yeah, he smacked me and I had a bruise on my face. That was about it. I don't think ever since then, I don't think anybody has put their hands on me because I think at this point now, if I was dating anybody or married to somebody and they put their hands on me, like, I'm going to kill you. Like, and I know what we're talking about on here, but at this point, it's just like, if you feel the need to put your hands on me, like, you got to go. Mm-hmm. Like, I got to put you in the ground. And that's the only way I can think of.
Mm-hmm. I concur. Right, no, I'm with the shit. I concur. When I was in my early 20s, I was in a very abusive relationship. Okay. And got out of, and even to the point where one of my brothers at the time, the way that I actually even was able to pull myself out of it, and it's crazy. So it went on for years. And the thing that actually made me get up and leave was because he took my puppy and held it over the balcony like he was going to kill my puppy. Mm-hmm. And y'all know how I am about my fucking dogs. Right. Like, you gonna hit me, but that's one thing. Don't fucking touch my dog. Yeah. Mm-hmm. And when he did it, so what had happened was, like, probably a month prior, one of my brothers that I grew up with gave me a little 22. He was like, I know what be going on. I know, you know what I'm saying? You're not going to leave until you're ready to leave. But here, you know what I'm saying? Just whenever you need it, this what you need. Now, mind you, the person I was with didn't, like, play with guns or do anything like that. He was a bitch. He would just hit me. So it wasn't like we was going to be in there doing, like, a shootout. So he taught me how to use it and everything. So that day when he went and got my dog and put it over the balcony, I ran in my room and got my strap so fucking quick. And that's the last day anybody ever put their hands on me or any of my dogs. I didn't shoot him, but he ran out the apartment. Right. And that was it. And after that, it was dead. I was like, oh, nah. So it's just wild. It just takes, and that goes into, like, what it takes to actually leave a situation. Yeah. It's different for everybody. Right. You know, and
what's
again,
the last straw?
Yeah. You're not going to leave just by everybody around you telling you to leave. And that goes for any type of abuse. You're in, when you're in deep in a relationship, it doesn't matter what anybody else tells you. You're not going to go until you're ready to go. So it just takes whatever it takes within you to trigger you to get to that point. Like, you know what? I love myself too much. I got to get out of here.
And that's what it really is. Like, regardless of what the actual experience is or the actual incident that pulls you out, it's the realization that you are worth more, you deserve more,
Absolutely.
and that this isn't for you, and this is was never meant for you.
Mhm.
Yeah. So what do you
Hold on, you want to know what's funny though? So remember how Shay said that she talked to the guy like years later or whatever and stuff like that, and like he was still whatever. The funny part is that the guy, he's like literally like still out here beating on women.
Wow.
Like literally like still out here beating on women. He reached out maybe like a couple years ago, and I told him I was gay. That didn't matter because he just I don't know, that must have just made like appeal to him so much. But I actually know like one of his baby mothers. I grew up with her, and I remember her saying on Facebook that he was doing it, and it's the type of women that he dates, like especially now, it's the type of women that he dates, but he's still beating on women from our teenage years, and we were like 12, no, about 13, 14, something like that.
It's just way too common.
Yeah.
So like,
If you look at it, like almost everybody at this table has had that situation with a man or with a partner.
right? And so like that literally leads us into the next topic. Like, why do you think people are like this? Why do you think people put their hands on the person who they supposedly love and in a relationship with, whether it's man or woman?
Well, you want to know why I do? Because I felt like that I can't get
Confessions from Shay.
I can't get, like, I'm not getting to you. So say like if my man or somebody is cheating, so I'm gonna slap him in his sleep and spit on him and fuck him up, right?
Oh my god!
But
I don't think that.
But the thing is,
if he's cheating.
so the thing is, so this is why I'm doing this, because I love him and he doesn't understand what he's doing to me. So I feel like getting physical is showing you, nigga, I fucking love you.
So what do you think the outcome of that is gonna be? Do you think that like you doing that is gonna make him wake up and say, you know what, God damn it, Shay, I fucking love you today. I'm never gonna leave you. Like that's not gonna happen.
Let me stop fucking these bitches.
Let me stop fucking these other bitches because you know what? Because you hit me today, it's a wrap. It's not.
You know, it took me a while to realize not to put my hands on people. I still kinda, but I think I love, like, I feel like in my frustration is like passion. When I'm hitting you, it's passion. It don't always have to do with cheating and shit. It could be about anything. My passion, me hitting you, is passionate. Like, you don't understand.
Who wants to fucking trade seats with me?
Oh my god.
Do you love me enough to hit me today?
So I mean, it's like when I can't get through to you, I feel like that's the only way that I can like get through
So
to you.
pretty much what you're saying, when I'm not understanding you, your resort is to like shake the shit out of me and shit like that because until I understand.
I'm passionate about
That's pretty much what you're saying is that like when you can't get through to somebody, your resort is to like hit them to make them understand. That's what you're saying, right?
Yeah, sort of.
That's your passion.
Okay,
I'm trying to get better.
Okay.
As long as you're trying.
outside of passion,
And
what else do you think people out here
I think a lot of people
crossing lines and
like some people do it because of what they've seen.
Mm-hmm.
Like so, if they have abusive father or abusive mother, that's what they've seen in the house.
Mm-hmm.
They feel like that's the way they show love. You know what I'm saying? So, I've never been abused or physically, so that's what I can get from that. But that's what I assume. You know what I'm saying? It's coming from a place where like that's what they see in the household. That's what they see. That's what they've seen. Movies, like I think that anything it comes from anything, or I don't know. Like I don't know. I personally think it just comes from within the family, within like what you've seen growing up and things like that.
And sometimes it's fear. Like, you might fear that I'm gonna leave your ass, and you want to put fear in my heart.
So I wouldn't even say it's fear. Then I don't think in that case, if you say fear, that's more so triggered by emotional
attachment.
Instability?
Yes, because there are ways that you can communicate fear and communicate to your partner that you don't want to be left or that you have a fear of being left without it being physical. Like I feel like a lot of people, lash out and get physical when they don't have the words to express because they weren't taught and they were never properly taught how to express themselves. Like everything was always shown with aggression and physical violence. So that's how they articulate their expression.
So that's funny. So y'all know the field that I work in, and about 95% of like the individuals that I work with, if they can't get there, like a lot of them they don't talk. You know, things like that. They lash out. They're nonverbal, so they lash out to get their point across. So it might come out as like all they really wanted was some juice. But I can't tell you that I want some juice, and you're not understanding that I want some juice. So now I'm going to hit you, or I'm going to spit on you, and that's their way of like trying to get your attention. So as you can see, it goes that way too.
Yeah, I have a friend that's in psychology. She's one of my old professors. I'm lying. I just wanted to get out of this little down thing that y'all had going on. It was real bad. This girl got beat. She beaten men. Like, it's a lot for you. Like, I'm still over here with you. What you did was a lot.
Oh wait, like you really don't have nothing to share?
No, I just wanted to bother her. Like, honestly, y'all.
I told you we was getting unfiltered today. Like this is what the topic
It's
is.
real. Like,
Yes,
this
it
is
is.
real life for people's lives.
Yeah,
Like,
all right,
I
so-
go through this all the time.
Yeah.
What about like, let's kind of delve back into kind of what Ari was doing. What about the victim blaming and the victim shaming?
Yeah.
Like that should be killing me because I feel like a lot of people who are insensitive to the situation be like, oh well, what did you do to provoke that?
Right.
The fuck do you mean?
It's a lot of that because I'm guilty of that sometimes too.
You just the devil today. Like
She is.
you the little
It's
emoji,
me,
the
but
little
you
purple
said-
emoji,
Like,
little devil horns.
I mean, I still like Tory Lanez. I don't mess with what he did to Meg Thee Stallion, or I don't know if it's true or not, but I kind of like separate the artist from his personal life. So I know that's wrong, and you know I feel horrible actually, but I mean.
Why do you
I kind of agree with that though. But you know, I kind of agree with that.
I don't separate shit.
I kind of agree with that because what you would do, for example, what you would do at work is not what you're going to do at home.
Exactly.
So like that's kind
But
of
when you're a celebrity, you don't just get to separate work from home.
Right, but
When you're a celebrity and you're in the public
they still
when you're a celebrity, when you're a celebrity.
Okay, so
But you're looking at fandom.
Yes.
When somebody is a fan and is supporting you and your livelihood, this isn't a regular job. I'm going to work. I can't piss off my bosses. I got to do my work, right? Well, your fans are fucking your bosses, basically. When you're a celebrity and an artist, you got to keep them on your side. So if you're a piece of shit, you only going to have piece of shit fans.
sometimes no, because look at You gotta think about it. These people.
Y'all partying to a nigga who made songs about fucking little girls. Like
Whole time you was partying like shit with us.
But now that I know,
You didn't come meet up with everybody. She didn't meet up. She didn't go meet up with him and don't like she gonna have to see him. It's just
I never
music.
will again.
That's all. It's just music.
It's just music. I love music, and I still listen to. The only motherfuckers that I'm not listening to ever again is CM fucking faggots. Because I don't CMG cocaine faggots. I never listen to Yo Gotti, Moneybag Yo. I turns to they no.
Why? What they do?
Because of Dolph.
Right.
I don't listen to them.
But I will. So they killed him. Associated with the killing of a rapper, so you cut some niggas off. But some other niggas can rape women, rape little girls, molest them, shoot black women, but you still gonna rock with their music?
Yeah.
But and then I still.
separated. So
Well, I do.
you still support them and things like that. She doesn't. She don't care. Blah 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 blah. But that goes with what we're saying. How many people have seen their mama get their ass beat, and the daddy says what? What happens in my house stays in my house.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like what happened? Like so that's just
And then he
how
came
she
from
feels.
R. Kelly came from a domestic situation
Man, I only want to
too.
talk about
So he's
R.
a
Kelly.
fucked up individual. He don't
Right.
know nothing. That's why he wasn't able to read. He wasn't able to get the education that he needed because nobody. Like, I'm sorry that it took for this stuff to happen to these women. You know, these young girls. That is so wrong. You get what I'm saying?
Right.
He do not know that it's not okay. As a grown man, he's still a young ass man. He's not no grown ass man. He's not mentally. He's not. Come on now. He don't even know half of the things because he's at his age. You feel like that? That's cool. I'm sorry, but he's still a young ass man. You know what I'm saying? He was a lot. He was a man more than it was a lot. He was
At some
bad.
point, you can't lose. At some point, you
raped
can't
before.
lose your childhood trauma.
No, you can't. You can't. What he did was
You
get more
should.
women. And
You
then
real passionate, huh? You feeling shame right now, huh? You real passionate.
God,
Everybody move the lamps. I'm about to get hit. You about to hit me with a lamp, y'all. She getting
because
passionate.
I think that, you know, because when it came down to the R. Kelly stuff, when I looked into, I watched every episode for that.
I ain't watching none of that.
I noticed that, you know, when it came down to the parents and the women, after they got older, I understood. You know, they was young, so they got manipulated and some more. Man, these girls was able to come home at an older age. They came back home. He wasn't holding them hospital. It's just things that he
That's
liked
because he
it
didn't
as
want
a
them no
man.
more. They were little kids.
What
do you mean exactly?
You let them hang back. The parents let them as long as they got that money. They left that man by himself. First off, I'm
Man, the show is not. It's giving R. Kelly though. So anyway,
We're not doing that.
man, well, we give that nigga too much airtime. Fuck
Alright,
that.
R. Kelly.
I was like,
CMT.
so listen. So my next thing is let's tap into, you know what I'm saying, the whole aspect of a lot of people out here think it's cute when they partner, like just like Ari felt on the podcast that she interviewed on. A lot of people measure how much somebody fucks with them by how crazy or aggressive they get. You know what I'm saying? Like legit, like I've talked to male friends of mine, and they'll be talking to me, and they'll say some wild ass shit. The girl they talking to did. I'm like, what the fuck? I said, nigga, run. That's a red flag. Nah, yeah, she just really fuck with me, and you be smiling like you think it's cute and shit. And so, like, why? Like,
I think that, you know, when I was younger in the teens, I thought that was cute. I did. And that's when I started getting my ass whooped. And I thought that was okay.
so what
You get
about
what
it
I'm saying?
made you think it was cute? Like,
Because I did not have the love that I felt like I had. You get what I'm saying? I feel like that nobody paid attention to me. That was able to me. I was able to go out and get pregnant at any time because I was able to do whatever the fuck I want to, even when I was getting my ass whooping home. Like, you know what I'm saying? It was no the attention that I needed. They was just whooping your ass because they was mad that you did this. You know, send you back to the room. No, you need to figure out what's going on with me. You get what I'm saying? And at that point, I was okay with long as somebody grabbed me up. Oh yeah, he likes me. Oh, that's cute. You get what I'm saying? It was cute then, but it was not when you got older and you start seeing that shit was real. You get what I'm saying? It wasn't cute no more. You got your own bills to pay. You got stuff going on. You ain't got time to get your ass whooped no more. To me, you know what I'm saying? That was my thing. You know what I'm saying? Like, I ain't had time for that no more. Like, it wasn't serving a point in my life with my kids. Well, only had one when I had babies. But after that, you know, as far as growing up, I didn't know how to love myself. It took me to go through a lot of things, especially my stroke, for me to love myself or to know. And I still didn't know. It took up to last year for me to know what my worth was. And from then on, I've just been working as far as making sure I'm good. It's not about nobody else around me. It's just all about me. So I think another woman, they should hear this. You know what I mean? They need to hear exactly what we can give to another woman. Like, we need support. We don't have the support. We're not going to go through it. We're not going to have somebody that's going to be there to say, hey, you know, you can do this. You know what I'm saying? You don't got to sit here with him. You don't have to do that.
But
you don't have it.
That also goes into me telling you something. I'm just your friend. Like, You're not gonna do what I'm telling you to do.
You're not going to, but as long as I have that support with you, since when I go through my stuff, y'all, who am I calling? Y'all, so and if I don't listen, what do? You still support me, but in a different way. You just keep trying in a certain type of way. You're not going to be all in my ass now because I done told you several times, Kanisha, leave his ass. You get what I'm saying? You ain't listening, so therefore, I'm here to the back like, all right, so I'm here when you ready. You know what I'm saying? Just let me know when you're ready, because then we can get them up out of here. That's what she said.
You just have to let them know that you're there.
Yeah,
you just
at all
don't leave
times,
them
man.
and just be like,
Let them
oh,
do it by
this bitch is
themselves.
stupid. She won't leave.
It's gonna take longer.
I'm not even gonna talk to her. Like I'm not with that shit. I don't like that shit because of just the simple fact of once you've been in that position, being in that position myself on a few different occasions, I wouldn't do that to a friend. I would just, you gotta support the way you want. Like you gotta still support your friends, but from a distance or however you can, and just let them know how you feel. You still gotta let them know how you feel.
Exactly.
Like I tell everybody, all of my friends, I'm gonna tell you exactly how the fuck I feel.
Yep.
But look, bitch, if you don't listen to me, you don't listen to me. I'm still here. Let me know when you wake up.
Yeah, when I was a little girl, I was a little girl too. We 2 doors down, a little family stayed. A little white girl, her mama, her dad, right? And like every so often, the little girl and the mama would spend the night at our house. You know what I'm saying? My mom be like, oh, such and such is coming over. And I'm like, okay. You know what I'm saying? So I'm a little girl, I don't know shit. But then I started getting mad because a little bitch used to pee in the bed. You know what I'm saying? Like, man, she keep pissing in my bed. Like, and we was at the age where we shouldn't have been pissing in the bed. You know what I'm saying? But like, so I didn't understand why my mom kept letting the little girl come over with her mama. You know what I'm saying? She keep pissing in my motherfucking bed. You know what I'm saying? So one night, I was supposed to be asleep. I don't even know what the hell I was doing that, but I hear a whole bunch of ruckus. You know what I'm saying? So I go out to the living room, and the little girl is asleep on the couch. I don't know how the fuck she slept through all that shit. I don't understand. But anyway, I go in the living room, and her mom is fucked up. I'm talking about bloody, hair mess. Like, she looked like she just got dragged down the street. And she was just crying. My mom ain't seen me. I ain't had no business in the motherfucking living room. Like I said, I'm supposed to be asleep, y'all. So I see my mom go to the kitchen, and she grabbed a big ass fucking butcher knife. And then they head out the door. Guess who was peeking out the door? So I'm peeking out the door, and my mom busts up in the house. I don't know what happened. You know what I'm saying? To this day, you know what I'm saying? My mom came back with the lady, and then we shortly moved after that. So I never saw the lady again. So I don't know what the fuck happened to the lady. I don't know what the fuck happened to the little pissy girl. But
She gotta be pissy still.
man, listen.
But you know
This
what?
is my younger child.
Yeah,
So like later,
she was pissing.
yeah, that's what. Can I get that? I'm about to explain it. You know what I'm saying? So I didn't know what happened to the pissy girl. You know what I'm saying? So as an adult, I think I was probably like maybe 27 years old when my mom told me what happened. We was sitting down, and I asked her. I don't know why I thought about the little pissy girl. You know what I'm saying? She just popped into my head. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, Mom, what happened that night? Because all I saw was we had a knife, and then you came back, and then we moved, and there was no more pissy girl. Like, what happened? And basically what happened was my mom went in there, and she threatened the dude. Like, basically, she said the dude had been beating on her. So every time the little girl, her mom, came over to spend the night, he had finished whooping her ass. And it had gotten to the point where he started to hit the little girl. So that's why the little girl was asleep, because she had just got thrown into a wall.
Wow.
Okay? And she had beat the mother. And so my mom went over there with a knife and told him that if he put her hands on her again, you know what I'm saying, that she was going to kill his ass. He called the cops on my mom. You know what I'm saying? Tried to press charges, tried to get a restraining order against my mom. And my mom helped that lady move, and she moved her out of state to get away from him. And then we moved. You know what I'm saying? So, like...
So at the end of the day, he was a weak ass nigga. But taking all his stuff on this woman where she was just even weaker, but in actuality, he wouldn't be able to go toe.
And she was kind of like what y'all said with the financial. He took everything. Like, her paychecks took them joints. She didn't have no money. She couldn't go nowhere. Couldn't do shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, she relied on him for survival. Like, and that shit to this day, like, me not knowing what happened till 27 is like baffling to me. You know what I'm saying? Like, but people realize out here in situations where they get fucked up and can't leave. Even the ones that want to leave and want to get out, they feel like they don't have an out. You know what I'm saying?
But they just have to speak about it. I think a lot of people just don't speak about it.
Yeah.
So like my house is, I've always had my house open to my friends and my family, and I help anybody. So like if you come to me and say, Stacey, this was going on, because we all know you're not coming to knock on my door, shawty. Like no dude's gonna come knock on my door looking for you and gonna beat you in front of me, not on my doorstep. That's not gonna happen.
Right.
So like if you just have to speak out on it, like a shake, If your family come in and say that, this was going on, Charlie, come to my house. Get the dog. Let's go.
But a lot of people are embarrassed. A lot of people don't want to speak out. A lot of people, you ask them, hey, where you get that black eye? Mm-mm. Oh, I hit it on the cabinet door.
They do.
They don't take that. Like, people are not out and open about their abuse.
I've never, again.
That's not true.
I've never experienced
that. That's real shit.
Like as true as
I have friends. I have friends who beat each other up. I ain't gonna say no names, but to this day, they fucking each other up. And every time you be like, how the fuck you get that black eye? Oh, I ran into a door. What the fuck you did it? Or I walk into the house, the TV on the ground, and TV off. What happened to the TV? Oh, we was playing with the dog and we bumped the thing, and I'll be like, this shit don't even sound right.
Using each other.
Yeah. Just in a whole toxic relationship.
And that's a little different because
that's something I can see.
We got a couple of minutes, so we got to give out these.
No, we not there yet. We don't know. But my thing with that is that's a little different because she is beating him and he's beating her, so they kind of like beating each other.
It's still domestic violence.
It's still domestic, but that's a little different. They both saying because they both know.
So that segues into the next topic, right?
Okay.
So a lot of this shit, you know what I'm saying? A lot of times people feel like if I put my hands on you, or you put your hands on me, I'm gonna put my hands on you. You know what I'm saying? And there is the whole controversy with bringing up our sons. The next generation of men coming up. Mm-hmm. And you have mothers who feel as though they're teaching their sons the old school way, like no matter what, don't put your hands on a woman. You know what I'm saying? If a woman puts her hands on you, you just get the fuck away from the situation and you flee the scene. And then you got the next set of mothers who like, nah, if anybody put their motherfucking hands on you, male or female, you got the motherfucking right to knock their ass out. How y'all feel?
No, I think
don't
that
put your hands on my motherfucking child.
No, I think that if it's a boy, don't put your hands on nobody's child.
Right.
And if it's one of my kids, I'm gonna let you know if it's a female is doing anything to you, you got cousins, you got whatever. If you wanted to take it that way, but I feel like nah, don't put your hands on. Walk off. That's it. Let her get over it. But men are more stronger sometimes. You know what I mean? There's nothing else to say about that. You know what I'm saying? There's no reason why you should be grabbing me in any type of form to hurt me or make me feel any type of way. So no, don't put your hands on no man. You should not be putting your hands on nobody.
At the most, it's just like in a defensive manner. Mm-hmm. Protect yourself. And do what you gotta do to get her off of you, but don't knock her out. Yeah. Like you don't don't do all of that. I don't give a damn. Shit.
So you know where a lot of that comes from too. Is when we were kids, what are we taught? If a boy what?
If he
hit you, he like you.
He like you. Mm-hmm. So guess what? Soon as you hear that as a child, as a little girl,
right?
If he hit, he like you. So now here I am, an adult, and this nigga is fucking me up. He love me. He at this point he got to love me to death because he's doing all this. And it was, I forget what movie or TV show it was, and the guy said something about his sister or his mom or somebody was saying that if a man don't beat you or hit you, then they don't love you. And then one day the whoever the man was killed the woman. And then he said all he could think to himself was like, damn, I guess he loved her to death. Yeah, because like, okay. But that's and I was like, damn, you know what I'm saying? I was just like, damn, like, well, okay, but I mean, I don't like, but we are like, this shit is like, sometimes it's taught behavior.
So you have a daughter, so if you had a son and your son came home and was like, Mom, April just slapped me, like, what would you tell your son?
Now, the old me would be like, get that bitch back. That's the old me. But now, I don't hit her, don't touch her. You know what I'm saying? Tell your teacher, or find out where the hell they live at. Cause we going over there and we gonna go talk to their mama.
So Brooklyn plays outside with kids all the time, and I have to go outside and get them little boys in check. Like, don't put your fucking hands on my child. I don't care what's going on. One day the little boy said that she took her water bottle and she dumped it on him. So he went and got a big trash can and filled it up with water and dumped it on her. And he was a big boy. So Brooklyn is 6. She was 5 at the time. Well, no, she was 6. And he's 11. And he's a huge boy.
Oh, so he knew what he did.
I said maybe he has problems, y'all.
I said, listen, big boy.
You know what
I said, keep your damn hands off my child. He said, well, she dumped water on me. I said, okay, so come and tell me. Let me get her.
Right.
And don't take it upon yourself. Yeah, but they do that all the time outside. I have to get them. Don't fucking touch don't touch little bits.
Yeah.
Okay, well,
Because I know you feel differently. Because I'm with Curry. Like, if I had a son, you know what I'm saying? Like, even unless you feel like your life is in imminent danger.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like I don't give a fuck. Like, there is always a way to get the fuck away. You know what I'm saying? Even if you gotta bush the bitch.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Just to get her to back up so you can slide on out the door. You know what I'm saying? Let her sit with her thoughts. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, if if your life is not in imminent danger, I don't condone it. You know what I'm saying?
Either.
Like, because the slightest punch could lay a bitch out.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Depending on the man, depending on the woman you talking to, you know what I'm saying? Now, if you got somebody just welling on you, bop, 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 and they not letting up, and she a big joint, and she going in, and she getting you, then do what you gotta do, but at the same time, do what you gotta do to get the fuck.
Take it out.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I wouldn't be going toe for toe, blow for blow with nobody.
Right.
And that's what I would teach my son.
All right, Stacey, go ahead.
Here goes Stacey.
Here we go.
all right, so I don't have kids. I don't. But I have 2 godsons, 4 goddaughters, and 2 nieces. And my thing to them is, if it's like you're a girl and you hit your dude, be prepared for that nigga to knock your ass out. And so if you hit him, be prepared for him
Yeah, but we're not talking about that.
wait a minute, to knock you out. So if my son, if
That's
my
my
godson, if a Dave girl hit him, you knock her ass the fuck out.
What?
And this is my opinion. I'm sorry, I don't have no kids, but
I need Robinette to call in.
Just
Robinette, what do you think about this? Put it in the chat.
If Rakai's girlfriend hit him, that means that she's trying to hit him to hurt him, right? Because if he's not hitting you, so you really shouldn't be hitting him.
She might be mad.
Wait, no, I don't give a fuck.
She's passionate.
I don't care. Even though I don't care. So when he's hitting her, she's hitting him. That means like she's hitting him to hurt him. So, oh yeah, you want to hit me? I'm gonna hit you back.
She's
so
just showing him she loves him.
hit that bitch like she hitting you.
Wow.
Knock her ass out. And that's just my personal opinion. Again, I get talked about this a lot of times because I just feel like my mom always told me, if you hit a nigga, be prepared for him to knock you out.
I mean, I feel
okay, cool.
I don't really say a nigga. I feel like my mom taught me if you hit somebody, be prepared to get hit back in general.
Exactly.
But what I'm saying, I would raise my son to, regardless of what, if a girl puts her hands on him and she may anticipate him hitting her back, I want him to be the bigger and be like, no, what, bitch, you fucking crazy, and I'm out.
Because he's protecting himself.
Because he don't need to protect himself. He don't need to protect himself because it's already known. Because a lot of people will take you there just so a man will put their hands on you so they can call that motherfucking law. And guess who getting locked up? Guess who going to jail? I've seen it. I've literally seen girls
A lot of times.
hit a nigga and be like, and they be in their face, hit me. Wanting them to hit them. Just so they can do that shit. Guess who?
That's
911.
But that's
oh my God, he just hit me.
Because in those
telling me to hit you? She hasn't hit you. She hasn't laid
No,
hands on you.
If
they
she
will
hit
hit
him
you.
just to instigate
And
him
then
to
the nigga will hold his composure
Yeah.
and be trying to roll out and leave the situation, and she will. You see them bitches blocking doorways and shit.
Yeah.
Hit me, and be trying to instigate a fight just to get a nigga locked up.
I had a boyfriend one time. I stole him right in his fucking jaw. I was so goddamn mad. Remember, Tanisha? I stole the fuck out of him. Guess what he did? Dumped a bag of sugar on my motherfucking head in the middle of the kitchen.
Because the thing was that he was not going to hit her.
But because he was never, his mother taught him
Never.
to this, don't put your hands on no fucking woman.
It's the 2000s
So that's,
now.
I don't give a fuck what year. It was 2010. It doesn't matter, Stacey. You don't have,
you know
as
what?
a man, you don't have to
y'all,
woman
y'all
out.
see it as a sexist thing. Like y'all saying man and woman. If a girl,
Because it is a man and a woman.
But here's the thing: if a girl walk up to you and steal you gonna steal her back.
Yeah, that's a bitch. It's not
It doesn't matter.
domestic. It's not a man and a woman.
I don't care.
There's a
I
difference.
if a girl hit a man,
No.
Let's be.
if a girl hit a man,
All right, let's put it like this. 9 times out of 10, a bitch isn't gonna hurt a man the way that a man can hurt a bitch.
I don't care. So
What do you mean you don't care?
So wait a minute. So if it's a
She
female
hit
man.
Ari Fletcher.
So like if it's a gay man, right? If it's a gay man, he's like a weak man, and if it's that way.
But why is a gay man weak? I was about to gay man that you
Not even that. We tell you gay men too.
Don't
If
get
they
fucked
get
up.
a female as you trying to be a girl, you're still a man.
Yeah.
You still are going
Well,
to
that's
be
my
man.
damn opinion.
physically
Somebody hit my
stronger.
damn guy, tell him to hit her ass back.
He got
And like the Brooklyn thing, I was saying, did you pour a whole bucket? Good. She dumped water. She didn't water back. Like she dumped water. Like
No, he put
Hey.
a whole bucket of water on
and
her.
he didn't hit her.
Yeah, I think that when
The
you start
water-
touching people,
She dumped water on him, so he's supposed to be wet.
She ain't no have hopefully when you do decide to, you know what I'm saying,
He knows
bring
better.
life into the world,
Tell him.
you feel a little different.
I would have whipped her
So when
outside
y'all
in front of all of them.
No, when y'all was kids, and like, okay, because my sister and my sister used to do my nieces, sorry, so like, Lexi would pinch me, I would pinch her back, let her know, hey, this is what this feel like.
And don't bitch me.
So it's kind of like that. So like, Brooklyn threw the water on the dude.
Did you at least pinch the bitch? I am now
So like, Brooklyn threw water on the girl,
on the
on the boy. He threw water back. Like, this is what I feel like.
trash thing.
It doesn't
He
matter.
filled up a whole
He
trash
was
can.
petty with it, and this is what it felt like.
That's because you petty bitch.
She
Oh,
petty as fuck.
I'm the
So
pettiest
listen.
person ever.
This we about to conclude our 6th episode, but we don't want to leave y'all without some resources. You know what I'm saying? Just in case any of our listeners are out there dealing with it personally or know any family members that are kind of trying to get out of the domestic violence situation that they find themselves in and are having a hard time. There are tons of resources out there to help you, but you have to be right? Okay, nobody, I mean, we can lead the horse to water, but at the end of the day, you can't make that motherfucker drink. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So Shay, can you share some insights, some resources?
Sure.
I think you have some too, right?
So basically,
Okay.
So basically, what I would say is the first people that y'all need to hit up is the National Domestic Violence Hotline. The number is going to be 1-800-799-SAFE.
Okay.
1-800-799-SAFE. Safe. And you can also text the phone. Some of my clients sometimes text the number. You can have a live chat with them. And my favorite other resource to use is 211. Yes. Wherever you are, 211 gives
on your
you
cell phone?
211 will give you, if you need your rent paid, 211. If you need some food, 211. If you have domestic violence issues, 211. Everything. It's, if you can't remember the 1-800-799-SAFE, they're going to call 211. They'll give it to you. And they'll give you your local stuff because 211 is when you dial it from wherever you are, it'll give you your city or your county's information. So if you call it in DC, but you want it for Virginia, you gotta wait till you get back into Virginia so you can get the resources because those people in the 211 are specifically for that state or in that jurisdiction. So
yeah, and then after that, y'all can also reach out to Kanisha and I'll go and find the nigga. Just contact us. We are the girls next door.
All right, thank y'all for coming out for episode 6. We're going to see y'all Thursday. tune in live with us at 7 p.m. each and every Thursday. Tune in at www.rhythmixradio.com. Also listen to our fellow sister and brother stations. They got a lot of shows. What we got? We got Love Talking Bullshit on Sundays.
Yep, conversations on the rock.
Yeah, Conversations on the Rock. That genre is hitting. Like we there's so much that you can do. Serious Business. Like
Bring
tune
your
in,
own
y'all.
vibe on Wednesdays at
We
7.
love y'all. We appreciate y'all support, and we'll see you next week.
Bye, guys.
Yeah, it literally stopped like right.
When I
Yeah, at the end of what you were saying.
oh, okay.
Y'all be on praise, don't y'all?